Alright, hello. New Despia cards. Hopefully not that many. Thankfully not that many. But we have a lot of other cards to go through today as well. The Ice Jade monsters, and there's a spell too. The Rusartic Drytron combo thing. And then there's the new whatchamacallit? Xiangjian? Xiang. Yeah, this one's Xiangjiang. I guess that's how it's pronounced. So, well, let's get to it, because we have work to do. Alright. Despia. Level 8. Main phase. Make a face a monster kindly on the field. Gain attack equal to the level times 100 till the end of your opponent's turn. This card uses material for a fusion summon. That's the same as the other level 8 guy, I think. The other Despia. Target the condition. Take one of your Despia monsters, one of your level 8 or higher fusion monsters banished on your graveyard, except this one, special summon it, and you can only use each effect once per turn. Okay, so let's look at the script. Hatter. Okay, attack chains, ignition, hard once per turn, and zone. Make okay, it should have a target function. Make a special mask kind of event. Right, so I'm assuming that Hatter thought, hey, this guy has a level, so you're always gonna be able to use it. Right, but in case there's a card that copies this card's effects, you should not be able to use it if that's the only face-up card on the field, so let's quickly add this check, the activation check here. If check is 0, turn, and what we're going to do with turn, is existing matching card. So we need a face-up card that has a level basically. So aux filter is a function. Card has level. Location and zone. Checks the whole field. Make it all face-up monsters currently on the field. Yeah. 1. No. Okay. So this basically checks that there's at least one face-up monster on the field with a level. Now, obviously, if this is on the field, it's going to be true by default. However, if there's an Xyz master or a Link master that copies effects and copies this one's effects, that Xyz or Link master doesn't have a level itself, so it shouldn't be able to activate the effect if that's the only face-up monster. And then in the operation, just do exactly this. PGR all the monsters on the field that have a level and are face-up. And then loop through them, increase their attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Okay, so that should be fine. And then the special summoning, trigger optional, targets, delay because it's an if effect, the material, it should be the same as the other Despia. Raise infusion. Uses material for fusion summon from the hand or field and sent to graveyard or banished. So previous location, field or hand. Current location, grave or banished, which is called removed. And what else? And it's currently face up. Yeah, so if it's banished face down, you cannot use the effect, of course, as per rulings. Right, and then it targets something. Great or banished, yours, filter. This should be SP filter. What is it? Is it Despia? Except this card. Despia masters or one of your level 8 or higher fusion masters that is banished on your grave, except this one. So They should be at the end, but it's not a big deal. Rather, they should count for both the fusion and the Despia check. But anyway, we don't need the set of parentheses. So it's a Despia, or it's a fusion that's level 8 or higher. Okay, yeah. Is banished on your graveyard. You can tell you one of your Despia. Okay, yeah. Only your own stuff. It's face up. Banished has to be face up. Can be special summoned and is not discard. Might as well add this at the start actually, because so it's gonna exclude itself really quickly without having to do all these checks first. Maybe it's just a bit more efficient, I suppose. Okay, so target that, and you need to have a room, of course. Target it, is existing target, grave removes, seems fine. Okay, and that's the special summon the target in the operation. Okay, all that seems fine. Raise attack. Okay, so let's test it out real quick. Alright, so polymerization. Hand of field, including a dragon, you can also banish monsters from your graveyard. Okay. Others. We could do Despia plus Tide of Dark. How are we going to summon this? I guess we could tribute summon it. Just to test the effect of it, because it cannot summon itself, so it's a bit of a pain. And I need another fusion. This should work. It's branded, I think, by banishing. Yeah, okay, should be fine. Alright, so, let's see. 7. Not 7, 6. 6 cards in our hand. And let's test this. Okay, let's try the attack boosting first. Oops. I need to summon Thrasher first. Obviously. Okay, special summon, tribute summon. Okay, so he should go 23. Okay, gains 800. Seems fine. Now let's try the material one. Why can't I summon the other? Oh wait, it's this one. Never mind. I get confused. So now you cannot trigger because we have no Despias or whatever the high fusions. But the moment I banish them, I banish this, I should be able to revive this one. Like so. Okay, it did not trigger. Trigger one of your... It's level 8, right? Yeah, it's also Despia though, so... That was the problem. This guy used my tail for fusion. Oh wait, it has to be used from the hand of field, my bad. Okay, never mind then. So it won't work from the graveyard. So how are we gonna make this? Despia. Okay, I'll do it a lot simpler, I suppose. Let's do... I'm gonna Foolish Burial that guy. Then fuse these two for this. I should be able to revive this. Suppose burial the Dramaturgia. Yeah, Dramaturgia. And I should be able to revive the Dramaturgia after using this as a material. There we go. Okay. Target. Summon. Alright. Okay. Should be fine. I'm not gonna test the fusion parts. But summoning a fusion monster. But it should work. I mean, it looks fine here in the script. It has no reason to not work. Oh. Okay. So let's move on to the next card, which is the fusion monster. This one, yeah. the not dragon. It's a fiend, right? It's a fiend, yeah. Okay, so this is done. Masquerade. That's a weird way to put the name. The comment for the name. The Crimsongleam dragon. This plus light or dark. I think it's the same as this. Yeah. While you control this fusion summoned card, your opponent must pay 600 to activate cards of effects. Okay. I think this is like the Oda's ritual, maybe? Oda's gravity. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, I think. Just different number. If your opponent controls a ritual, fusion, sync, or exceeds or link, quick, special summons from your grave, but eventually leaves the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, so fusion procedure is a Despia, and matte filter should be light or dark. Attribute light or attribute dark, okay. Activate cost is the pay 600. The opponent. You need to control this fusion summoned card. Is summon type fusion, okay. That's fine. Check. Needs to be 600 here and 600 here. Okay. That's probably code pasted from Gravity Dragon. I'm not sure what the point of this is. Let's see. Does Gravity Dragon do this? Yeah, he does do it. Accumulate, it says. Accumulate. Oh, yeah, the deck is done here. Okay, I see. I missed that line. Must be some ruling here at play. Oh yeah, it's probably because if there's multiple of this effect applying, they all need to apply. That's the idea, probably. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right, so let's move on to the graveyard effect. Special summon, quick chain. There's a single. Oh, never mind. Is it main phase only? No, it's not. Your opponent controls a monster. Blah 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 monster. Quick effect. So it's not just main phase. There's not much point in doing main end in that case. But you could do Checkmaster E, which is the Checkmaster one plus the end phase. Checkmaster is whenever a monster is placed on the field, pretty much. Yeah. Application graveyard, how once per turn. Okay, condition. The opponent's control something. Specific filter, face up, and its ritual fusion single exceeds or link. It's probably okay. You have room. This card needs to be able to be special summoned. This is ritual effect, special summon it. Then this is the banish it when it leaves the field part. Banish it when it leaves the field. Seems fine. Okay. So let's test that real quick. Despia plus Light of Dark, so we can use these two. And then we just need the opponent to activate stuff to check the LP cost. And let's add a guard dragon for the opponent to summon a link very quickly, so we can test the graveyard effect after destroying it with Dark Hole. And then we just need to destroy it again. Check the banish part when it leaves the field. So let's see. 6, we need the poly as well. We need an opponent though. Opponent, okay. So let's fusion summon him first. Okay. Now, when the opponent tries to activate Foolish Burial, for example, he needs to pay 600. Good. And now let's destroy this. About 600. Summon the link. And here I can immediately use the effect. Just summon this. Now the cost, 600 cost, should not apply anymore. Okay, ain't get banished. Okay, all good. So the dragon is done as well. Sorry, it's not a dragon's fiend. We already went through that. Okay, so it's done. Now we have the 2 spells, I think. This one, oops, and then the other fusion spell. Okay, so let's go with this one first. Jubilation of the Branded. Quick play. If I recall, this is like really good. Let's see. Reveal one monster in your hand, send one level 8 fusion with 2500 attack or defense of the same type from your action deck to the graveyard. Then you can discard the revealed monster, and if you do, excuse me, and if you do, search one Albaz or one monster that specifically lists Albaz in its text from your deck to your hand. Okay. During the end phase, if fusion was sent to your graveyard this turn, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand, and you can only use one effect per turn, and only once that turn. So, script Hatter. Okay. So let's see. Category to grave. Yes. Category hard destruction. Yes, because you can discard. Category to hand and search because it does search. Yes. Okay. Activate. Free chain. Again with the main end. I think just end phase makes more sense. Main end timings make sense if the effect can only be used during the main phase. At least most of the time. That's when they make the most sense. So anyway, cost. I don't think there's a cost though. What's the cost here? Cost. Reveal a monster in your hand and no, it's not a cost. Actually, it happens during resolution. The way it's worded right here, the text. Same type from there, then you can discard. It's all part of the effect, so let's see. Cost filter. Wait a second one. Reveal one. Reveal monster in your hand, send one level 8 fusion, blah blah blah, to the graveyard. Then you can discard the reveal monster. So discarding is optional. Okay, let's go. Let's fix things one by one. So this check needs to be in the target function, right here. First of all. Secondly, filter. Has to be a monster. Yep. It doesn't have to be discardable by effect though. It's not needed. Not public, that's correct. So it's not already revealed. And there is something in your extra deck that you can send to gate, of course. So that's required, yeah. So we don't need this right here, but we are going to need it in a minute. So I'm gonna put it here for now. Okay, so cost filter. Let's fix the order a little bit. There we go. Page filter is if you can search albas or a monster that specifically lists albas, and you can search it. Okay. However, again, discarding is optional, and you only search if you discard. So this check should not be here. This check should be down here in the operation somewhere. We're gonna figure out exactly where in a moment. And this should be down here, so it's a bit cleaner. Okay, and then we need the label object stuff. These are not, shouldn't be here because it's not guaranteed that it's gonna perform those actions. Okay, and here is the selecting to reveal part. Don't need the label object code, but we do need these, and we're gonna put them at the start of the operation, like so. And then we don't need the cost. We're going to need this in a moment. Okay, so starts resolving, and you select something to reveal. If there's nothing, oops. For example, there's no cards in your hand or something, then it's gonna stop right there, it's not gonna do anything. Show the one you selected, shuffle your hand. We don't need this, I think. We don't need the label object, but we're gonna make this be G gets first. Alright, so reveal. And then you need to send a level 8 or a level 8 fusion with the stats, etc, etc. Let's make this RG, like reveal group. Okay. Alright, so select something in your extra deck with the proper stats. That's fine. If you selected something and you send to the graveyard, and it's in the graveyard, and the get first, get locate, not get location, is location, grave. So the way what I'm saying here is that Hatter, I think Hatter did this, yeah, Hatter scripted this as if the discarding part is mandatory, but it's actually optional. So yeah. So if you did send to the graveyard, you're gonna get away from here. If you did send to the graveyard and it ended up in the graveyard, then you should get the option. If you can do the other stuff. So what do we need to check? We need to check that there's something. Don't need this anymore. We need to check that the card is discardable, the one we revealed. No, first of all, and secondly, we need to check wait, did I mess this up? This should be, I think I messed this up. This should be here. and the search part should be in the operation only. Did the filter? Okay. Okay. Right, so down here we need to check. Let me think. So if this exists, first of all, if CC is the one we build, yeah. So if CC is discardable by effect, let me do this, okay. And there's something in our deck to search. That's like an albaz or something that lists albaz pretty much. And the player says yes on the prompt. Then we're going to search. So let me grab the function for the prompt. Select yes, no, something like that. Yes. Okay. TP, and the description, the string that's going to be used should be number 2 if I recall correctly. Oops, 2, okay. So let's run this by one more time. G is the stuff, the card in your extra deck. Okay, so if you select something from the extra deck and you send it to the graveyard and you actually ended up in the graveyard, and the one you revealed, the card you revealed earlier, can be discarded by this effect, and there is something in your deck that you can search, that's like an albaz or whatever, and the player says yes, here we're going to perform the part after the then. So we're going to discard, but first of all we're going to break effect. Break effect. Then we're going to discard, and if we do that, we can search. So if boom, and then we pick what we want to add to our hand. So if we say yes, break effect, discard the revealed card, and if we did discard successfully, select what we want to search, add to the hand, reveal to the opponent, boom, okay. We shouldn't need these anymore. Okay, and then let's look at the other effect real quick. To hand, trigger O, phase end, location graveyard, hard once per turn. You can only use one effect per turn, only once a turn, so this is wrong. It needs to be the count limit, which is the hard once per turn. It needs to be on the same card ID as the previous effect, so that you can only use one of the 2 effects per turn. You can use both of them in the same turn, basically. Condition. Right, so a couple effect here, because if a fusion master was sent to your grave this turn, so it needs to check whether it happened before the card was even ended up in the graveyard in the first place. So event the grave, check copy. If it's fusion, if a fusion was sent to your grave, so it needs to be in your grave as well. And TC is controller TP. So this checks every card that was sent to the graveyard at any given time, at any given event. And if any of them is a fusion and it's in your graveyard, it registers a flag on the controller of that fusion master. And that flag basically is what's gonna be checked here probably. Yeah. And the flag is up, it means the condition for this effect is correct, is up, so we can use this. Okay, able to hand, so you can check if you can return this to the hand, and just return to the hand. Okay, it's pretty simple. Okay, so let's test this. Right, so reveal one in your hand, send one level late to fusion with blah blah blah. Okay, same type. So let's get a fiend. These are fairies. These are fairies. There's a fiend. Well, let's do Dark World, so it's gonna trigger by discarding it, which is kinda cute. Send one level late fusion, same type, with 2500 attack or defense. Level late fusion. No, it says or. So this needs to be a little different. This needs to be an or. But level late fusion has 2500 attack or defense, is the same type, and it can be sent to grid. Okay. Right, so we're going to reveal this, send this, then we can discard this guy if we want to, and if we do this. Right, so as I was saying, sorry about that, had to cut there for a moment. Anyway, so we're going to discard beige, send the, well, we're going to reveal beige, send this, and then try to search. We don't need these. Let's put it down here. What's that foolish burial that sends a... Oh, it's an extra with a dash, okay. Let's to test the second effect. And now we need Albas, Fallen, or Albas, or a monster that listed, right? One Fallen of Albas, or one monster that specifically lists that card. So we can search Albion. Yep. But we cannot search a Serenity White, for example. Okay, so let's see. Don't shuffle. 3 cards. Let's go. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to remove this line. Does not cost anymore. Okay. Action allowed here. Why did I mess up? 55. Oh, not select. Shit. There should be is existing. Is existing. There we go. Okay, let's see. One more time. Okay. So now I can activate it. Reveal beige. Send this guy. Asks me if I want to discard because it's optional. You can discard. If I say no, it stops right there. Let me try the second effect. It cannot be used in the same turn as the first one, but I can send the other fusion monster to the graveyard, and then in the end phase it should trigger. Okay. Now let me try actually discarding the revealed card. Select this. Send this. Reveal, and not reveal, discard. So then I can search either of these two. So let's say I search Albion. And now this should trigger, by the way. Yep. It's gonna execute interaction. And they're fiends, and the Despia fusions are fiends, so maybe there's something there. Maybe there's a deck. I don't know. Also, now that I think about it, the Despia guys, quick play that searches. No, it doesn't search. Search or special summon. This discards as well, but as part of the effect. So this triggers Dark Worlds as well, by the way. Anyway, so this card is done. I wanted to change the name of this filter because because it's not a cost. Let's do reveal filter. There we go. Okay, and we have one more spell. This one, and then we are done with the Despia cards. So let's get to it. Branded in red. Quick play again. Take one Despia or Albas in your graveyard, add to your hand. Then you can fusion summon. Right, it's this one. One level later higher fusion, banishing fusion materials from your hand or field. You cannot attack directly. You can only activate one per turn. Okay, so let's see. So F-Params should be the fusion stuff. Level 8 or higher fusion monster. In hand is able to remove. Extra should be from your field. Banish material is the extra operation because it banishes them. Stage 2 should be they cannot attack directly. Let's see, F extra. Fusion monster is able to remove location monster zone. Okay, that seems fine. Stage 2, not attack directly this turn. Can't attack direct. Enable this turn. Okay, seems fine as well. Now let's look at the actual effect itself. Special summon, fusion summon to hand, targets. You can only activate one per turn. This is what this does. Target function. Let's see. It targets in the graveyard, so its location grave, controller TP in your graveyard, okay. And the filter says able to hand and is a Despia monster or is Albus. Okay, seems fine. Is existing target. Select target. All good. And then the operation is gonna be a little bit tricky. So you get the target. Send to the hand. Confirm. Well. I'm gonna do this. This check is okay, but I'm gonna do this slightly differently. I'm gonna put this here. Then return and okay, and then after you rotate the hand, if Fuse TG, which is the activation check basically for the fusion summoning effect, it's not an activation in this case, but it checks whether you can apply it. If this is true, so you can do it, and the player says yes, I want to do it, then break effect and perform the operation for the fusion summoning. Okay, so let's see. We need Despia or Albas in the graveyard, so we're going to foolish this guy. I think we need these. We're gonna add to the hand, and then we can fusion summon if we want to by banishing. So he needs Despia plus Light of Dark, so let's get a Despia. We're gonna use Despia and a Dark Monster. Let's do this guy so we can summon it as well. We don't need those. Okay. 3 cards, don't shuffle, that's good. So if I mill Albas, I should be able to use this and get it back to the hand. Target. Okay. Fusion summon, yes. You get banished. Good. Nice. And this is gonna trigger, by the way. So you can get a search. It's nice. Now, if we don't have the materials, for example, right? Excuse me again, I had to cut there one more time, unfortunately. But anyway, let's get to it. What was I doing? I was gonna test this card, right? Oh, right. I was gonna test if you don't have the materials. If you don't have the materials, it shouldn't ask you. Fusion summon. Mill this. Add to hand. Yeah, okay. I noticed one small detail. Yeah, we don't need to add it to the ghost table, the ghost battle table, because the default effect returns the target from the grave to the hand, so it can be negated just by that. It doesn't have to. I presume. Who did this? Rundas. I presume Rundas added it because he thought, oh, it can banish from the graveyard. As actually, it cannot banish from the graveyard. Like what? Yeah, it's only hand or field, so I don't know why that was added there. Maybe he copy pasted it from some other card, but because it targets in the graveyard, Ghost Spell is just going to check this, and it's going to say that the target is in the graveyard and you're trying to add to the hand, so boom, you're going to negate it. Or rather, Ghost Spell is going to say, oh, I can negate this, so boom, you can activate it. That's pretty much it. Anyway, so this is fine. It looks fine. Let me take a last look. So yes, no, the prompt was correct. The string. Then, so it happens at different timing. Then the search. Bang, bang. Yeah, okay. Banishes, okay, all good. Right, so this is gonna be it for the Despia cards. For the new ones, I mean. Actually, it was one of them was not Despia card, but I mean it's directly related. So anyway, so this is gonna be it for these 4 cards. They seem to be fine. Like I fixed everything that I saw was wrong. So, thanks for watching. If you stuck around this long, the rest of the cards are gonna be in a separate video. So the Ice Jades, the Usatic combo, Usatic Triton combo, and the Jian cards are gonna be in separate videos. I'm recording these individually, so I'm probably gonna take a small break now and then move along to the Ice Jade cards. I don't know when this video is gonna be uploaded exactly, but anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed and you learned something. And yeah, take care. Bye bye.